Good afternoon, hello. This is the TriathlonDan YouTube channel, and today is another day of triathlon training. I can say that because I am out running. I might not be going very far, very fast, but I'm out running, and I've swum the last 2 weeks, and I've been riding my bike. So therefore, this channel is what it says on the tin now. Right, what's the plan today? Well, I sort of started running again 2 weeks ago and then didn't. Week off work last week, it enabled me to spend more time on the bike, and I'm just not fit enough to be like doing more bike volume and running, and I didn't really make time for it. And because I feel like we're going into winter, I didn't really feel the impetus to start running, but now I do. I've got a few weeks before Christmas, a few weeks then before spring, which then isn't actually very long when you break it down, before I'm going to be required to do some stuff. So therefore, I'm starting the run now. My long-term hamstring niggle is still there. It's a nerve-related issue in my back. I've got a rehab plan. I'm on it. I'm doing it. I'm just going to trust in the fact that that's going to sort it at some point. And for the time being, just keep the volume really sensible. If anything, I'm just using running now to get some more training into the day, burn some more calories, lose some weight, and really try and get into the shape that I'm going to be proud of. So let's get this run done. Run done and dusted then. I'll leave the stats on screen. It is pretty cool how after a few weeks of just cycling, you can still go out and do a run. But I think what I can't underestimate is, and you probably know the feeling, the impact. Already then towards the end I could feel my quads like a bit sore just from the impact of running, cycling the last few weeks. I've not really had any quad pain just because I'm doing low intensity stuff, so a bit of a shock to the system, and I'm sure I will feel this later today, tonight and tomorrow. But you've got to start somewhere, haven't you? So it's a start. I'm going to build upon it. The hamstring wasn't actually that bad. Obviously I'm going to continue with bucket loads of the flossing and whatever else you do for nerve related issues, and just trust in that and manage the workload. Right, afternoon work tap out, and I'll see you tonight for a turbo sesh. I'm really going to try and do a decent ride on the turbo, not just an hour. Focusing now, cracking on. You know when you watch these YouTube videos of people training indoors on the bike, and they've got about 8 different shots, different angles, what they're doing, all different intervals and stuff. When do they do that? Is that before you do your session? Are you stopping during to do all the different shots? Or are you doing your workout and then doing it afterwards? I just can't fathom doing that. This is the best it's going to get for the time being, because I'm full focus on the task at hand, because I have a big task at hand and I'm fully focused on it. So you don't really want to see any other angles at the minute, but when I am ripped, you'll never see me with a t-shirt on ever again. So half an hour in to tonight's ride. I'm going to try and do at least an hour and a half, if not 2 hours if I can, but I'll see. I'm genuinely feeling it in my quads from that run, which to be expected, but it's probably just more mental than it is actually physical. I joined a group ride, Sin group ride. It's like a German cycling clothing brand apparently. Anyway, they all absolutely smashed it off the start and dropped me a million miles off. I'm 20 kilos lighter in game than in real life, and I still can't hang on. I even got dropped by the sweepers, so maybe I'm a sweeper. In any case, I'm going to keep turning these pedals. This rocker plate I'm on is tipping to the right a bit, because I've got 2 acoustic curtains just sat on the back, so I haven't put them up yet, and I forgot the other bag here, and I don't want to get off the bike and lose the tiny little group I'm in, so we'll keep pedaling. Okay, so ride done and dusted, and you might notice I'm in my YouTube studio now. What does something like this say about somebody? Well, I'm sure you'll agree, it means I am a big deal. I have done some stuff. If you're wondering why I'm like shorter than I normally am, I'm straddling a lawnmower because this place is not as tidy as it first looks. But let's have a deep dive into tonight's ride, because that is the point of having this sort of space, isn't it? It's to talk extensively about intricate details. about my training. Now, I'm not making light of this, but these sort of sessions are really important. 2 hours of zone 2. I did 2 hours and 3 minutes because I did use the coffee stop feature and go for a wee halfway through, or 45 minutes in. I can't get through a turbo session without going to the toilet at the minute. Normalized power 222 watts, average power 218, average heart rate 116, which was pretty cruisy. What else do we want to look at? We want to look at aerobic decoupling, because this sort of shows you how much like the effort is rising towards the end of the effort as the beginning, and it's minus 1.03%, which is, well, perfect, but it actually means I'm doing a lower heart rate towards the end for the power than I am at the beginning, probably within margin of error. But basically 2 hours at zone 2, that is an easy effort for me, that is sustainable, that is good, and that is essentially my like winter training plan. I'm going to do a separate video talking about my winter build. Thanks to all those who recently completed my survey about the support crew training group thing that I launched and then obviously didn't launch. Some of the comments in there, great, loads of good feedback, and I'm going to go through the feedback in the video as well, but a couple of things did stand out. It comes across in a lot of my content that I'm just winging it, and to an extent I am, but there is a plan in the background. I do sort of half know what I'm doing, and my objectives between now and Christmas are to get in a large amount of base, low intensity training done across swim, bike and run, so that I come into the new year being, this isn't working with this lawnmower, is it? I'm totally across. Come into the new year, generally similar sort of fitness levels to what I am now. I don't really want to make, well, I don't need to make any gains. I just need to become efficient. I need to be better at burning fat for these longer distance events, and I need to lose some weight. And doing the long, low intensity stuff will enable me to do that. So that's the plan between now and Christmas. Longer term than that, of course, then I will start building in some intensity. Probably not much, because that phase is realistically, to get where I want to be, is going to take me until February, March at the earliest. Then local events start spiking up, so reliability rides sort of February, March, crit races in March. I'm going to just play it by ear as to how those fit in where I'm at. Luckily, I don't need to commit to anything like that just yet. I can just see where I'm at, but it's boring to focus on. It's difficult to talk about constantly on the channel, because I'm just on the bike pedaling exactly the same, but I'm not going to be doing things differently just to make some interesting videos. Sure, if I was doing a Zwift race or, I don't know, a VO2 max workout, it might do a few more views, but I'm so focused on wanting to be in the best position I can be in 2026 to do the cool events I want to do and so on. That's just what I'm going to focus on. So there we go. I'm going to do some more stuff here, as you can tell. I do need to get this hamstring sorted because I can feel it on the bike tonight. But yeah, good session. I am hoping to ease in the Monday night swim later on this year. Not tonight though, because I have a long day in the office tomorrow, so early start, travel and so on. And I've done all this before. I can sort of muscle through it one day, but I know tomorrow night I will be tired and my training will suffer and my well-being will suffer and I'll be snappy or whatever. I just need to get a good night's sleep tonight, do a day at work tomorrow, and then I'll get a ride in tomorrow night and that'll be fine, and swimming will work itself out over the winter. I'm sure we can really do what we can do. That is it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. Please do hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, get ready for some training to come, because boy have I got a lot to do.